What's that?
That actually
No.
would be good.
Well, we can. There'd be some down there.
Yeah, let me.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Clarion High School. Tonight it is Central Clarion Wildcat Wrestling as DuBois comes in to take on Central Clarion. Mike Kalinowski, Kenn Staub with you. And over there on the computer, we have Brett English taking care of the engineering duties. And earlier tonight, we had Joe Carrico, the superintendent here of Clarion High School, come up and join us at our Red Bank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show. Did a great job, as talked a lot about himself and the co-ops and all the great things coming along. And the wrestling match here tonight, Joe, big wrestling fan that he is getting pretty excited with that junior high match going on behind. Kenn, you were down there. And, looking forward to jumping in here tonight and get ready to do wrestling again with you. It should be a fun night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this dual meet tonight. You have two good teams, almost identical records. Crossover double A versus triple A. Central Clarion, of course, double A. DuBois triple A. State-ranked wrestlers, multiple regional qualifiers. It should be a good showdown tonight.
Yeah, we had a chance, too, you and I both, a little while ago. We had several of the Central Clarion wrestlers in for that Main Street Sports Show, and it was really interesting talking to them. And what a nice mix they have, too, between the four schools that are involved here, too.
Yeah, I had one of the parents comment to me actually about that. He goes, they don't necessarily hang out all the time together or anything like that because they are from four different schools. But when they're together, they get along just fine. There's no hard feelings about anything. I mean, they seem that the one thing you always hear in wrestling is the word culture. And the culture of the team seems to be really positive.
Yeah, and that's something that, too, Joe Carrico talked about with the other co-ops, and especially here with wrestling, just about how not just the schools cooperate in getting the players where they need to be and stuff like that, but just how these players have come together almost like a family, as each of the sports goes on. And, wrestling's one of the rare ones, too, where they have four schools that are joined up. But, in this day and age, with schools getting lower and lower as far as rosters and enrollments go, in order to field a full team, the co-op is the pretty much the way to go.
And that does give Clarion an advantage because Clarion is able to fill a full roster, and sometimes they can just outnumber teams because some teams, and this used to be the way it was when it was just Clarion on its own. Clarion would already have lost the match before they even stepped on the mat because they knew they were going to be giving up X number of forfeits, and they knew they were going to be like 24, 36 points behind the 8-ball, which is a lot to overcome. And now you don't see that. Clarion does have that number advantage. They forfeit very rarely, so you now can win the match on the mat. But like when we wrestled Brockway here 2 weeks ago, they won because of forfeits. Brockway had to give up some. Clarion collected them. So this is huge for them.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to come back. We'll talk more about the match tonight. Get you set up for DuBois here against Central Clarion. We are at Clarion High School this evening, and you are watching high school wrestling action right here on exploreClarion.com.
All-American Awards in Engraving are the people who make your first impression your best impression. All-American Awards in Engraving will help your organization, school, team, business, or event make that first impression memorable. They offer high-quality products and that personal small business service. From embroidery, screen printing, and engraving to graphic design and personalized gift ideas. See their selection of apparel, trophies, and awards. Let All-American Awards take your idea and make it your best first impression. Visit them today online at allamericanhq.com, Route 322 in Shippenville, or call 782-6264.
Brookville Equipment is a world-class manufacturer, designing and building the latest in transportation technology. Our team of engineers, machinists, welders, assemblers, and many more are always pushing the limit. Brookville Equipment, doing what we do best for over 100 years, and proud to support high school athletics.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than ShopTeamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at ShopTeamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. ShopTeamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Owners and operators, if your business depends on your truck, then we've got you covered. From simple oil changes to complete engine rebuilds, Bauer Truck Repair has the tools and the know-how to get the job done. We also offer 24-hour roadside assistance. Anywhere, anytime, any weather. Our techs are ready to get your truck fixed and back on the road. We even offer towing and load transfer services. At Bauer Truck Repair, we understand that every minute and every dollar counts. So trust your business with our business. Bauer Truck Repair, located off exit 60 in Shippenville. You can also find us online at exploreClarion.com or call us at 814-226-6023. That's 814-226-6023. All right, back here at Clarion High School. It is Central Clarion DuBois tonight. Wrestling action coming your way here on the EYT Media Network. exploreClarion. Mike Kalinowski, he's the guru to my left of all that is wrestling. It is Kenn Staub. As we get set for this one, and Kenn, Central Clarion out there, they got the light on, and they're getting warmed up and ready to go. Yep,
Won't be long now. I know we're going to start with 2 exhibition matches. I do want to give a shout out to Landon Buchanan from DuBois. Mm-hmm. He's going to be here helping us identify the DuBois wrestlers, since we're not necessarily, I'm familiar with them by name, but don't know what they look like. I did watch DuBois at the very first match of the season. I watched DuBois in Tippin Gymnasium against Brookville. Tough team, a good young team. Some of the wrestlers that Coach Krupa has are the young wrestlers. This is going to be a solid team.
Well, it should be a solid match tonight, too, between these two. And it'll be interesting to see what chess match they play, as far as, because we were talking, Clarion's lineup has been kind of set, but you said DuBois might be able to play around a little bit, maybe put some folks in some different positions.
If I see some movement tonight, I won't necessarily be surprised at all, because if you look at the DuBois roster, they have 2 guys at basically every weight class, which gives them a little bit of flexibility. Clarion has some flexibility, but not a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if there's much movement once this gets started. Now, you know, next week we'll be down at Red Bank Valley, and one thing that I can always count on Mike Kundick down at Red Bank Valley doing is moving. So it makes it interesting.
It sure does, and we'll be down there, like Ken said, bringing you more of that. Want to remind you, too, tomorrow night we'll be back here at Clarion High School for the Hoops for Hope, Clarion Keystone in basketball. We'll bring the girls and boys doubleheader, but we want you to come tomorrow night, be a part of the audience and help out a great cause. All right, so here we go. Central Clarion is ready as they met there at the center court. And I believe you said we're going to have a couple exhibition matches coming up first.
Yeah, I believe the first one will be a 215-pound exhibition match between Marlon Lewis for Clarion and Aiden Johnston for DuBois.
Okay, so those two come out. Of course, this will not count in the scoring.
Yeah, just sort of a little prelim action. That was a lot of junior high wrestling already tonight. So the fans, pay your $3 to $5. You're going to get your money's worth coming out and looking at these. One thing that's interesting is we do have a new Central Clarion mat this year. Last year they were using the old Clarion Bobcat mat. This year they're using the Central Clarion mat, blue and orange, decked out with the logo in the center of the mat.
Yeah, very, very nice. And they still have that light over top. Gives it that bit of ambiance.
Yeah, yeah.
Two going at it here.
Sort of like the old fights where they...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the crowd would be in the darkness. And
right now, just a lot of pushing, pulling, trying to size each other up, looking for an advantage.
And these are exhibition matches to get things rolling tonight. Of this one and one more.
Okay, Lewis needs to get behind for the takedown. Has him flattened. Posts the head and spin. There it is, takedown 3. Right now it looks like he's trying to wing, some type of wing to tilt the guy in the back, and he did get 2 back points there. The only thing with this darkness is sometimes it's hard to see the fingers go up.
Still 22 seconds if you see the time there. First period.
Lewis still working, trying to get some type of tilt. Of course, Johnson trying to build a base, get up.
Just about off the mat there.
And that's one of the things that has changed this year is the new mat rule. It's more like the college. You need 1 point of contact in the mat, and you're good to go. It used to be if you needed 1 support point, now you need just 1 point of contact.
That's the end of that first 5-0. First exhibition match. We got 2 of those this evening.
Yeah, Handhold Marlon Lewis has a record of 1-4. He's a sophomore. Aiden Johnston, he's a junior, has a record of 0-2. And I'm sorry, this is 189 pounds.
Yep.
I thought I said 215, but this is 189. Okay, Johnston got up, a little bit of a mat return by Lewis. Again, another mat return. Setting him up for, had that half in there, didn't really use it.
He's really trying to turn him there.
Yeah, now he pried him over with that half. He looks like he might get the pin.
Yeah, nice job, too. He worked him and worked him. Nice match between those two. Came pinned at the 133 mark in the second.
Now the next one's a 215-pound exhibition. For DuBois, Shane Kerner. Yeah, they told me what these were going to be in advance, so I actually do know.
Yeah, Landon's back to like, they know who they are already.
Yeah, what am I doing here? It's Dylan Albertine for Clarion. He is a sophomore, 6-15 record. Shane Kerner, a junior for DuBois, 0-2 so far this season. Dylan Albertine's sort of been a very pleasant surprise for Clarion. The very first tournament of the year he placed, so he's been doing a capable job at 215, and he, of course, that 215 spot a little bit vacant because Matt Alston isn't wrestling this year, suffered an injury, I believe the second day of wrestling practice, made it all the way through football. Second day of wrestling, he suffered an injury, and that was a huge loss for Clarion. Consistent performer for them, used to wrestling under pressure. So now we have Dylan Albertine and Gavin Handhold. It looks like Handhold will get the varsity go tonight. Albertine, though, has seen his share of varsity competition as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Alston talked to his mom. Tomorrow he's having surgery, so we wish him the very, very best.
Yeah, I know. The last time I talked, they were hoping he'd be back for baseball. I don't know if...
Yeah, she said if they do one thing, he can play baseball. If it's a different surgery, then he would not be able to. Although the surgery, I guess, for baseball would mean that he'd probably need a knee replacement like in his late 30s. And I said, that's not in his mind now. He'll want to play baseball.
Yeah, I always feel bad for these kids, for lack of a better word, when they get injured, because the high school seasons are so short. You only have so many of them. There's a shelf life, and I've always, it sort of tugs at me, and I'm not a guy that a lot tugs at. Okay.
Boy, stalemate here so far.
Yeah, they're both just sort of a lot of head tapping and.
Well, they're the big guys. They're not supposed to move that fast, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Albertine for Clarion. Central Clarion will have a choice. He's going to go down.
So here we go with the second period.
Okay, Albertine going to want to build to his base. Kerner's going to want to flatten him out. Momentary flat there, but Albertine just popped right back to his knees. That's what you got to do. When you hit that awkward position, you got to move out of it as quick as you can, because it's not going to get better the longer you lay there. Coming up to his base.
Still no score.
Yeah, Kerner trying to make sure Albertine doesn't get any type of hand control. Albertine up into what we call a quad pod right now. Now back to his knees. In college, Kerner would be racking up some riding time, but we don't have that here in high school. So just good control right now. He's controlling the action from the top.
Right to the edge there again. He still's got both players, or wrestlers, have a foot in.
Yeah, and he still has the point of contact in. Okay, referee called it out. The one thing with some of these high school mats is there's not a lot of runoff, and as soon as you hit that gym floor, it's over with. Whereas college, you have a lot more runoff usually.
About 35 seconds to go here in this period. No score yet between these two. This is a exhibition match.
You know, pretty much the same period, same position all period. Albertine on his knees. Oh, Kerner trying to go for a tilt there. Looking for a cradle right now. He has him set up for the cradle. Albertine just broke it.
No score yet. We go to the third.
Kerner gonna take down. got to think, based on what I've seen so far, an escape by Kerner could be huge in this match, especially the way the first period went. An escape would force Albertine to at least get a takedown.
He runs it right off the bat.
Yeah, Kerner popped up pretty nice there. We couldn't get hand control. Albertine flirting with a cradle, but not going to happen. Mat return on Kerner. Kerner, you can see Kerner was in on those hands trying to break that hold. If he can get that hand control, that's the key to getting out.
Minute and a half to go here. No score yet.
Albertine just trying to bull him over, get him turned. Okay, trying for something like a cradle at that point.
And 1 minute now, 1 minute remaining.
Okay, Kerner up to his knees. Albertine picks that ankle. Albertine trying with the near cradle, rolls him over. The referee is giving backs. Albertine has 4 near fall now in the bank. Referee wants to see if he's going to finish this move.
Got 15 seconds.
Okay, and there's the 4. Warded 4 with under 15 seconds, and that could be the end of the match right there.
Yep, down to 1. There you go. So we had a couple of the matches here, exhibition matches, before this varsity match starts. 2 good ones, too.
Yeah, that last one went down to the final 15 seconds. Okay, now getting ready to announce the varsity. And what's nice is you see 2 full teams tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Clarion High School for tonight's match between the Central Clarion Wildcats and the DuBois Beavers. Your paid admission to tonight's
The general PIAA announcement.
Yeah, they always have to make sure because Brett usually is doing the bad stuff. So.
Well, you got to keep people under control.
Now remember that too, Brett. No booing, taunting tonight. These are wrestlers. It's not basketball tonight. They're going to take you down on the mat. Good crowd tonight on hand to witness the match.
And our national anthem coming up.
Right, so we're going to bring you the anthem here from Clarion High School. So there we go, the national anthem.
Wrestling at 107 pounds is Kinley Nicely from DuBois and Peyton Hinton from Central Clarion.
Okay.
At 114 pounds is Mateo Gallegos from DuBois and Drew Compton from Central Clarion. At 121 pounds is Antonio Gianfranco from DuBois and Jackson McGranitz from Central Clarion. Wrestling at 127 pounds is Peyton Beer from DuBois and Wyatt Aaron and Ray Eisen from Central Clarion. At 133 pounds is Jeffrey Morris from DuBois and Grayson Aaron from Central Clarion. At 139 pounds is Evan Dixon from DuBois and Colin Buzza, Logan Powell, James Scrub from Central Clarion. At 145 pounds is Samson Lee from DuBois. At 152 pounds is Seth Wilmouth from DuBois and Caleb Hunter and Ben Nash from Clarion. At 160 pounds is Carter Voss from DuBois and Jeremiah Queenan from Central Clarion. At 172 pounds from Central DuBois is Alex George and from Central Clarion is Mason Burley. At 189 pounds is Carter Wilson from DuBois and Gavin Hamill, Jacob Henry, and Rylan Lewis from Central Clarion. At 215 pounds is Kendall Orr from DuBois and Dylan Albertine from Central Clarion. And at 285 pounds is Nathaniel Clark from DuBois and Hayden Hyman from Central Clarion. The Wildcats are coached by head coach Ron Worley. The Beavers are coached by head coach Jacob Krupa.
All right, so there we go. I was trying to catch all of them as we went along. I wanted to bring them to you on the announcements. So you have to keep me honest.
Well, that's what we're going to rely on Landon here for. They have a lot of guys. Both teams have several guys weighed in at two weights, or two guys weighed in at several weights. Looks like DuBois has won the toss. This is actually a start of a big weekend of wrestling for both teams.
Yep.
They have this duel tonight, and then they head over to West Branch tomorrow and Saturday for one of the better in-season tournaments, the Ultimate Warrior Tournament. So. Okay, so we'll have Peyton Hinton against Kinley Nicely. Hinton, this is her first year wrestling. Nicely has a freshman record of 10-8. Quick takedown by Nicely. Nicely was recently second at the D9 Wrestling League Championships. With the tilt there.
Hitting at 5-8 on the season.
Right now he's just, they're just rolling through that tilt attempt. Okay, now he has a half in.
And the pin there by Nicely.
Okay, so DuBois takes a quick 6-0 lead. Okay, let's see who comes out. Drew Compton for Clarion. and Mateo Gallegos for DuBois. Drew Compton, 7-12, a junior. Gallegos, 23-3. He's a freshman. He is ranked number 3 in the state right now. One of the formidable crop of freshmen that DuBois has.
So here we go here in the 114 match. 23-3 is Gallegos.
Yeah, he very impressive freshman. First at the D9 Wrestling League Championship, and he was second at the Holiday Season Powerade, which is a huge national level tournament.
Oh, and he's got him for the pin. Got him rolling on his back that time. 12-0 now.
Okay, so 2 quick pins puts DuBois up 12-0.
Is this Antonio Giambanco?
Antonio Giambanco, junior, 8-12 against Jackson Moranitz, freshman, 2-9.
Okay.
Giambanco, last 2 seasons he's been district runner-up, 2-time regional qualifier, career record of 41-41. So Moranitz, a freshman, going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
12-0 DuBois, 2 pins to get things rolling.
Just feeling each other out right now, trying to get the distance down. On the edge of the mat.
Mm-hmm.
Going to see Morantz try to circle in.
Down to about a minute here in the first.
And on a single now, switching off to double is Giambanco. Just needs to dump him to the side, dump him to that left side.
Yeah, he's trying, pushing him there.
Yeah, it looks like the Central Clarion wrestler has a grip on one of his legs.
Yeah, Moravitz does, and he won't let go.
There he goes. He should get the takedown there.
Giambanco getting the points.
Wants to break him down now.
20 seconds.
Again, right on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Right there. Down to 5. See if they can hold.
Yeah, short time left.
They do. So 3-0. It is Giambanco with the lead. Go to the second period.
And he's going to have choice. His coaches are telling him defer. He does listen to his coaches. He defers. Moranitz goes down.
What happens if Moravitz deferred too? He can't.
He can't.
Okay.
Nope, he
could
can't.
go back and forth. Brett would do that forever.
Yeah, the guy that gets first choice gets to set the tone.
They're off the mat there. Moravitz tried to get out of there.
Yeah, got to his feet. Okay, going to look for a mat return here. Okay.
Yeah, there's his escape.
Rance gets that escape. Let's see what they can do from their feet now. Yeah, the coach is shouting for hand fighting. You know, that's a skill in the college wrestling room. I'm in college wrestling room quite a bit, and you know, there'll be whole sessions devoted exclusively to hand fighting. That's how valuable of a tool that can be, is clearing hands. There's the takedown. Nice little double leg there.
Minute to go here, halfway through in the second.
Got a chicken wing in there now. Trying to lever him over to his shoulders.
He'll get the pin. So 3 pins in a row to get started. Giambonco, that'll make it, what, 18-0?
18-0.
So what, Eisenman coming up?
Okay, it's 127. We have Ray Eisenman against Peyton Gear. Eisenman, a sophomore, 1-7 record. Gear, sophomore, 11-11 record. Okay, goes with a headlock for a 3-point takedown. Gear's going to be fighting now. He has a half in. He's trying to work her over. Shifting his weight. Comes out to the side. Just using that hand like a lever. I think he has recorded back points at this point. How many will the ref give him? 4 near fall points. So he'll just reset and go back at it again. He has a bar in now, a wing.
Wow. So Gear gets the pin. 4 pins in a row to get things rolling here for DuBois.
Right now, Coach Braun Gorley of the Central Clarion needs somebody to stop the bleeding. Coming up should be at 133 for Clarion is Grayson Aaron. And it'll be Jeff Morris for DuBois. Again, want to thank Landon Buchanan. He's doing a great job for us.
Yes, he is.
We might have to give him some mic time coming up.
That's right.
Grayson's really come on this year. He's a junior, record at 23-9. Morris, a senior, 4-14. Grayson has been pretty dependable in the lineup this season. He was good last year, but you could see the improvement. He definitely put in some work this summer. Dynamic wrestler. Right now he's trying to work off of something sort of like a front headlock, come around to the back, gets his takedown. And that's Clarion's first takedown of this duel. Grayson's younger brother Wyatt held the 127-pound spot, but he suffered an injury up at District Duels. So now it's just Grayson carrying on.
Morris will get an escape point there.
The one thing about Grayson is he's very smooth. A nice little duck under into that single for the takedown.
Just under a minute.
Grayson trying for that tilt, trying to roll Morris over. Got the leg in now. Looking for the arm.
Half a minute.
Going for something similar to a crucifix. If he can get that arm, put it around his head. You can see that he's trying to take that right arm and he's going to control it. Try to bring it up right behind his head and then roll over with it. Not going to be able to pull it off this period. There's next period. And Aaron will have choice. Or no, Morris will have choice.
Aaron leads it here 6-1.
Morris deferred. Aaron takes down. He's going to, the official cautions Morris. Didn't like the way he was lined up on Aaron. Okay, Aaron, nice quick escape. About 6 seconds in.
Yep, picking right up here too.
And he's strong from his feet. There's another takedown. Okay, now let's see how he works for that fall. Works for exposure points. There he goes. He has wedged him over. Long time for Morris to fight that off. Aaron has a lot of time to make that stick. And he makes it stick.
Aaron gets that pin.
So we got 6 of those points back.
So 24-6. DuBois. Logan Powell coming up with a record of 21-6, and see who he's wrestling against here.
Looks like they're going to forfeit.
Okay.
Okay, so they forfeit to Powell. Powell, Central Clarion's first 100-match winner.
Buzza.
Okay, so they're moving Evan Dixon into the 145-pound spot. A little bit of a bump there.
Dixon 4-8 on the season.
And this looks like James Sprague.
So not Buzza then?
I don't believe so. Grace and Aaron getting a lot of shirtless TV time from our one angle streaming time. We'll watch the match in the background. I just happened to look over. Okay, yeah, I do believe that is Sprague.
So no score here.
Okay, Clarion's got to have the DuBois lead. They definitely like to get some more here. Keep it rolling.
Right on that edge.
Locked up. Central Clarion wrestler tried for a trip, but I think what happened, DuBois wrestler landed his lower leg was on the basketball court. Basketball court's proving useful as a support for a wrestling mat tonight.
Oh.
Always good to see that.
About 45 seconds here in the first, no score. Sprague and Dixon.
I always talk to my class when I'm teaching acoustics how a wrestling mat improves acoustics of any room, especially a basketball court, because you don't deflect the sound.
Oh my goodness.
Science. I got your science here. It improves the reverb time in the room.
Okay. 10 seconds to go here.
Headlock.
Yep.
Headlock had him for trying to get his control. Dixon's ends up with the takedown. When they landed, Dixon managed to put himself, did not allow himself to keep wrapped up. He came out to the side, and that allowed him to get that takedown as time expired.
So Dixon leads it here 3-0. Second period.
And he deferred. Central Clarion grappler going down. Very nice move by Dixon to get that 3 points at the end, because the Central Clarion wrestler had control all the way through the fall. And then when they hit the mat, the DuBois wrestler immediately moved. Looks like somebody has a little bit of blood time coming up.
Yeah, they'll get everybody cleaned up here.
Yeah, I saw blood time a couple times in the junior high match this evening.
Yeah, they'll come up, clean out the mat. Now, back when we were in sports, I didn't wrestle, but didn't matter what sport you were in, I think. Blood, they just look at you and go, you're good, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. We were either braver or it was a lot stupider back when
I think it was a combination.
I like I tell my class, I teach adult neurogenics as well. I tell my class, you know, when I came through wrestling, nobody ever got a concussion.
Yeah.
We just didn't have those back then.
No.
But sometimes you were a little dizzy. But
How many fingers am I holding up? I don't know. Oh, you're good. So the match here at 147, 3-0 in favor of Dixon over Sprague.
The old medicinal dirt used to always do its job. Okay, so he's going to, Dixon going to try to keep Central Clarion wrestlers spread out. Do not let him come to his knees at all costs. Now, of course, Central Clarion wrestler going to try to build that base off his knees. Okay, we have the wing in now. He's going to try to come around the top. Going to circle around the top of the head. He has a lot of time to make this work. He just has to be careful. He keeps the arm parallel. He does not come up 45. There, he's wedged it over. Central Clarion wrestler got a long time to hold on.
Yeah.
He's resetting it. The DuBois wrestler.
He's pulling hard.
Yeah. I mean, this is not a fun time. He does escape.
Wow.
It looked like the DuBois wrestler was trying to sit through on that move to reinforce the wing he had in, and during that sit through, Central Clarion grappler just seized the moment and came to his feet.
10 seconds to go here in the second. 7-1, Dixon leads Sprague.
Okay, it looks like they're going to be going to the third.
So here we go, 7-1 Dixon.
Dixon's going to take down. Okay, Central Clarion, Dixon to his feet. Central Clarion brought him down. Working for the reversal is the DuBois wrestler. Needs to come around. There is the reverse. Be interesting to see if he goes. He does almost immediately goes back for that wing.
He's got a 4-point lead, minute and a half.
Really has some torque on it. Wants to break that. See now you can see where he's sitting through on it. Needs to come through just a little bit more to get the shoulders planted if he's going to pin with it. Again, Central Clarion wrestler got a long time to fight this off.
(11-3) now. Dixon getting the 4 points.
Yeah, 13 to 1. The scoreboard correction. It looked like the scoreboard gave Sprague that credit for that escape, which he didn't have. It was just Dixon resetting.
20 seconds.
13-1, we are in major decision territory. Major decision is a victory by 8 or more points. Right now we're up by 12. Tech fall is reasonable, but it'd be interesting to see what Dixon decides to do. Dixon, blood time on red.
So, pause here again. They'll get cleaned up.
Yeah, Tech fall would be a little bit of a reach. I think Dixon will be happy with the major decision. Send the next man up.
So we're at 145. Nicely won with a pin to start at 107. 114, it was Gallegos with the pin. Giambanco with the pin. Gear with a pin. And then Central Clarion's Aaron got a pin to make it 24-6 and a forfeit, 24-12. Here we go.
Okay, DuBois got Dixon just going to try to ride this one out.
There we will.
13-1 major decision. That'll add 4 more points to the DuBois lead.
So 28-12. Caleb Hunter's on the list for Central Clarion. We'll see if that stays.
That looks like Ben Nazer out there for Clarion.
Okay.
And it is Seth Wilmoth for DuBois.
Who was that for DuBois again?
Seth Wilmoth.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a Ben Nazer for Clarion. Seth Wilmoth. Nazer's a sophomore, 1 and 12. Wilmoth a sophomore, 8 and 10.
152 match here.
Okay, takedown for Wilmoth. Potentially dangerous. Looks like he's going to give him 2 back points as well. Yeah, 2 back. Takedown, 2 backs. 5-0. Maybe not. Maybe he's just give him a take. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Took a second.
Yeah, I guess my natural impatience just came through there.
We're getting old. We're impatient for everything.
Yeah, as long as the kids stay off my lawn, I'm pretty cool with life. Okay, Wilmoth trying to break Nazer down, flatten him out. You can see he's working that wing. DuBois must practice that quite a bit in the practice room. It looks like a nice little go-to for a lot of them. They're able to use it effectively. Wedged it over.
He's got him on his bag.
Yeah, he definitely, the referee's already given, will have 4 back points, I believe. Was only given 2.
$15 seconds here in the first. 7-0 Wilmoth.
Yeah, Nazer's going to have to come up with the response. Wilmoth with the cradle.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah.
There at the buzzer.
Yeah, he's giving 3 back points possibly. Okay.
Yep, 10-0.
And Nazer chose to start on his feet, which probably isn't a bad decision. Wilmoth has ridden him pretty well, so starting your feet.
Shot got that leg.
Got that single, takes him right over for a 13-0 lead. Okay, now he's got that near cradle in again. Positioning himself right over top. Referee Cody Wolf calls the pin.
There it is at the 110.
In the second there.
Yep, in the second. So the pin for Wilmoth. 34-12.
Okay, 160. This is Queenan for Clarion.
And is it Carter Yos?
Alex George for DuBois.
So they're going to change and go Alex George.
Queenan for Clarion.
Made 2-10 on the season.
And George, a senior, 6-8. He got the takedown. Now he's working for that cradle, working on that near cradle again.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Yep.
At this time, you just got to bounce and hope. The only thing George might do to make that stronger is throw a leg in over top, but he gets the pin. Doesn't need my advice.
So George with the pin. 40-12 now. DuBois and Mason Gorley's coming up here. 23-3 for Central Clarion.
And it looks like DuBois is going to forfeit to Gorley.
Okay.
Gorley ranked 11th in the state right now. I believe he's second seed at the Ultimate Warrior at his weight class.
So we're down to the last three. Jacob Henry at 24-6. Is it Carter Wilson?
Okay, Jacob Henry for Clarion. Carter Wilson for DuBois. Wilson ranked 25th in the state right now. Jacob Henry always game. Jacob's one of those wrestlers rather throw you than know you. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at this weight. He's wrestling the kind of opponent, the level of opponent you'll see as you get deeper into the postseason. Henry 24-6, and I've always considered him a bit of an underrated wrestler for Clarion. Consistent 20 victories a season. He averages 25 a year. He's junior 75 and 30. So you just never see him get any mention. But he very talented wrestler.
No score here yet. A minute gone in the first.
Looks like Henry trying to get a set of underhooks in. There he goes with the attempted throw. Just can't get it. Can't get him over. He brought Wilson to the ground, but just couldn't get him over.
But they were good at keeping one of their feet in the circle.
Yeah, and that's the type of stuff you can expect from Henry, those double underhooks. It doesn't look like Wilson's a stranger to throws either.
We have some blood.
Yeah, it looks like it might be on the Clarion wrestler this time.
Yeah, we had Jacob. He was with us in the sports show, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was interesting. You said you love throwing people, and he got a big grin on his face.
Yeah, he's always interesting to talk to. A nice, level-headed kid.
Mhm.
That's one thing, you know, as I've interacted more and more this season with these Clarion kids, they're pleasant. You can tell there's a lot of parents that have a lot to be proud about when you talk to these kids.
27 seconds here on the first, no score yet. Wilson and Henry. Just locking up.
Yep. Head to head, and let's see what happens. Jacob has that arm, and that's what's prevented that takedown. Wilson was in on it, but Jacob kept control of that arm, prevented that from turning into a takedown.
Yeah, the official looked up. They had 20 seconds on the clock. Tell you what, these guys are quick.
Oh, yeah, and Jacob does go to Keystone, as has been pointed out. We do have a. I saw. They called him for potentially dangerous hold. I saw Jacob do that all weekend at the DuBois at the Bison Duels over in Clearfield. That is definitely a go-to move for him. The thing is, you're flirting with a potentially dangerous. It can slip out sometimes. But yeah, Jacob is a Keystone student, plays football at Keystone.
He's trying
Just
to turn,
like Logan Powell's a CL student.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of think of them when they put their Central Clarion. And Jacob has that leg in. Again, he calls potentially dangerous.
Minute 12 in the second. Still no score, Ken.
No, this is a little bit of a fight going on here. Now Jacob doesn't want to get high because Wilson's going to try to come out the back behind him. Jacob's up a little high. Wilson's just going to try to slip out from behind him. Jacob does have that leg in, and that's what's sort of preventing him from going up and over the shoulders right now.
40 seconds.
Okay, now Wilson, that leg, Jacob still has that leg in. He needs to keep that in, or else Wilson can really basically just shrug him forward. Keep it in there long enough to get a stalemate call would be the best case scenario right now for Jacob. Okay, and there Wilson gets the reversal, just shrugged him over.
Got two more there, 2-5-0.
Gave him some back points.
Mm-hmm. So third period coming up. Wilson leads Henry 4-0.
Gave him 2 back points.
Yeah, okay. Was 5, but back to 4. But you have the official book.
Yeah. Gave him a reversal and 2 back. Okay, now Jacob needs to get up and out and then start to go on the offense. And Wilson knew Jacob's going to try to explode out, tried to get a little bit of a head start there. Okay, Wilson has the legs wrapped tightly. Going to try to, he has one leg, almost something like a figure four. Yeah, it is a figure four. Jacob in there trying to fight for hand control. Wilson looking for a cradle there. Now he's got legs in.
Minute 20.
Jacob's going to try to shake him off. That brings Jacob over. Jacob rolls through. He's working on a cradle. Working on that near cradle right now.
Just under a minute.
Okay. He has it there. He's going to rock it.
He's fighting off that pin. He's got the leg hooked.
Yeah, Jacob's in a bad way right now. Wilson in total control.
"13 seconds.
Referee's going to give 4 points.
There you go. Wilson beats Henry.
And that'll be a major decision, giving DuBois 4 more points.
So at 2:15, Gavin Hanold, and is it Kendall Hoare?
Kendall Hoare. Kendall Hoare, I've watched him several times. He's ranked number 5 in the state.
Okay.
Impressive wrestler. Very impressive. Is it? Oh, okay. This is Jason Gardner. Jason Gardner.
So not Kendall Hoare, so Gardner.
Yeah, sort of looking forward to seeing Kendall Hoare tonight. Just an impressive wrestler. Gardner takedown has the Central Clarion guy, which is Gavin Hanold in trouble. Three backs, or is takedown and 2 near fall. With the escape, 5-1.
Minute to go here in the first.
Just head to head, pushing and pulling right now. What Gardner going to try to do, it looks like, is pull Hanold off balance. Back in the day, that kind of hold used to really be a big rest hold when you go head-to-head with collar ties. Now you can see it more frequently, some pushing, pulling, trying to get your other guy off balance. It's not the rest hold it used to be.
We're at 2:15.
And you can see him trying to change level, bring Handhold's head down, and then work off of that. Hanold circles back in. Looked like a stall got called on Hanold.
So Gardner leads it here 5-1. You go to the second. Wrapping things up here, coming up at the 285 match.
Hanold gonna start down. Okay, caution against Gardner. Or no, against Hanold, excuse me. Caution against Gardner now. Everybody gets caution today. Oh, Hanold.
Nice job.
Goes for the reversal. Very nice. Now he's working on. He was working on that half. Okay, saw a 5-3 right now.
Yeah, he did get the 2, right?
Yes.
Hanold really trying to turn him.
There it is. They just put the reversal up on the board. Okay, now he had the cradle. It's funny, just as he goes to put him in a position where he can get back points, it seems like he loses control right on the roll there. Needs to just be a little more deliberate with that.
Minutes to go in the second.
Keep calm, don't get too excited. Oh, potentially, or locked hands call against Hanold. It was a locked hands called against Hanold, which will give red 1 point. That's a technical violation. You cannot interlock your fingers. And then it was a potentially dangerous call right after that, so their positions won't change.
So 6-3 now. Gardner leads. 52 seconds in the second.
But yeah, basically what Hanold did was interlocked his fingers, just not allowed. Okay, Gardner looking for the reversal. Reversal right into a pinning combination.
And he got it. Gardner with the pin. So what's that here? 50
to 18.
Now we have Heineman.
Okay, Heineman against Kendall Hoare. I sort of thought that might happen. I did ask Coach Gorley if he thought there was a chance Hoare might be getting moved up. Weren't sure, but here we see it.
We're 285, final match.
As I said previously, Hoare ranked number 5 in the state. Scores a takedown. Hoare coming off a big victory at the Midwinter Mayhem tournament down at IUP.
Right on that edge there, but the feet's still in.
And Heineman just got the takedown. Now we get a 2-point reversal. Heineman right in this match. Okay, optional start. Referee cautions or optional start. Heineman gets the escape.
45 seconds to go here in the first. Or with a 1-point lead.
Working out of bounds.
Now 8-5 in favor of Kendall Hoer.
They give him the takedown. Heineman with the escape. Heineman has had one of the arms locked. Okay, it looked like it was going to be a takedown for Heineman, but Orr just reversed it.
There comes right there at the buzzer, too.
And I see how many back points he gave him. It was 3. So it should be 14-6.
I think they're checking just to make sure. Go to the second period here, and it is a 50-18 lead for DuBois. Wrestling again next week. We'll be down at Red Bank Valley. Clarion and Red Bank should be a good one.
Yep, always intra-county rivalry. Okay, it looks like 13-8 is the score, or 13-6.
Mm-hmm. How he gets that escape.
Heineman hanging around, wants to hit that move. We've seen Heineman score a takedown, so. Orr goes down to the ankle. A little bit of spinning takedown there. Lets Heineman up. 16-8, takes him down again.
Got to get him turned.
Should get 4 back points.
Yeah, but no, at 19-8 now, or?
It should be
20.
Oh,
there it is, 22. That's it.
And we have a technical fall. And that's the duel. Hey, I want to thank our helper tonight.
Thank you very much.
Landon Buchanan, thank you very much.
Well, 54-18. I know, Ken, you need to go downstairs. You got all those interviews and things you need to do, but a great job as always. And very interesting. I like listening to you, as you paint that picture with those guys on that mat. And didn't go Central Clarion's way, but some great matches tonight.
Yeah, I will give props to Grace and Aaron for coming through for us. So, as always, Mike, it's a pleasure, and I'll see you next week in Red Bank.
All right, sounds good. And so next week we'll have that from Red Bank. But first of all, quick recap here of this one. Started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins. 4 of them went DuBois' way. Nicely, Gallegos, Giambanco, and Gear all had pins to make it 24-0. Grayson Allen got the pin over Jeff Morris with 1:12 to go in that first period, 24-6. Logan Powell won by forfeit, 24-12. It was Dixon with a major decision over Sprague. He won that match 13-1, made it 28-12. Wilmoth got a pin over Ben Nazer. That came in the second period with about 1:10 to go. 34-12 was the score there. George with the pin over Queenan. That's George for DuBois. Alex George with that win. Made it 40-12 DuBois. Gorley had a forfeit, so that was scored 40-18. Wilson had the major decision over Jacob Henry. That was a heck of a match tonight. He had that major decision, but boy, that was well fought right through the 3 periods. 44-18 DuBois. Gardner pinned Hanold with 35 seconds to go in the second, 50-18. And finally, it was a technical fall for Kendall Hoare over Hayden Hine. And that final score was 54-18. So that'll wrap things up here from Clarion High School. Tomorrow night we'll be back here. We have basketball coming your way as it is Hoops for Hope. Hopefully you can come out here and help a great cause at Clarion. We'll have the girls game around 6:30. The boys game will follow. And it should be a good night here at Clarion. Again, it is DuBois winner over Central Clarion Wrestling tonight, 54-18. For Kenn Staub, Mike Kalinowski, Brett English over there on the computer. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. And you've been watching great sports action here. And Luton's Plumbing and Heating. I want to thank them being a major sponsor of our wrestling action here on exploreClarion. And that'll do it for us. And it's Luton's Plumbing and Heating Wrestling here on exploreClarion.com. Have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow.